Gonna give you guys a little sneak preview. I'm here at the Scooter Zone. Hopefully we can get a one-on-one interview with James, the master scooter mind himself. Follow me this way. Hello, James.
Nico.
James from the Scooter Zone. When did you start the zone?
Back in like 06.
06? What made you want to start a Scooter Zone?
Actually, we started out more like Chinese quads and dirt bikes and shit like that, and kind of just drifted into the scooter scene.
So it's all motorized?
And electric, Razor. We've been down with Razor since 06.
Really?
Yeah.
What other Razor products do you have here?
We do a lot of their electric stuff, you know. We're authorized service center for Razor, you know.
Authorized dealer.
And we used to do their, well, yeah, we've been dealer since 06, and we used to do like all their A models and, you know, pro models and stuff like that.
How do you feel the sport's growth in the past 4 years, I think it is now?
Well, since I've been involved in it, I've seen it just grow like crazy, you know what I mean? You know, I remember back like when we really started getting into the scooter scene around 07, you know, we had our first little competition down at Hunt Park, and you know, I mean, back then we were buying like a couple cases of pro models, you know what I mean? Now we're buying, you know, containers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And,
about the hundreds
so
now.
yeah, the sport is just like, I mean, it's just blown up in like at a rapid pace. I mean, even if you go back to like, you know, SD2, you know,
yeah,
was the only vendor there. Scooter Zone, one vendor.
And then we had SD4, and it was huge.
And there was like 10 vendors, you know what I mean, in the matter of just that little time. So yeah.
So it's grown a lot in the past 4 years, I would have to say as well. What do you think it's going to do in the next 5?
I'd say, you know, in the next, let's say next 5 years. I mean, if it's not in the X Games, I'd be surprised.
Really?
Yeah, I think the sport's going to grow that fast, especially with, you know, the amount of people that are pouring into it as far as the industry and stuff like that. You know, but you know, I still think the sport still needs like a couple more really huge stars and a little bit more big, you know, sponsors. You know, maybe like a really big sports drink or a shoe company or something like that to really put it on the map. Because you know, sports, which is cool though, I like it the way it is like really grassrootsy right now, and I like that. You know, because it gives a lot of the small shops like, you know, me the chance to really, you know, thrive and do things. But in 5 years, this sport will be on the level of BMXing and skateboarding, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, you've made tons of products like clamps, wheels. You got a new fork, the Scorcher fork, which
Scorcher fork's doing well.
Just nailed it. That was really good.
Yeah.
What inspires you to make all that stuff?
Riders, man. You know, kids. You know, I just listen to the riders. You know, and look for the needs of what they. You know, when someone comes, hey, we need a good fork or we need a good clamp. I just try to shoot for like the best that I can make it, you know, and we're, you know, get ragged on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, I just shoot for a really good product, you know, something that's built to last, you know, and that's how we've been hitting it with like our wheels and our clamps and our forks, you know, we've been hitting it.
If you had to name one person in the scooter industry right now that inspires you to do what you do and stay in it, who would it be?
Well, I'll tell you who inspired me from the beginning to, you know, to really grow and to like really like the sport would be, you know, Drew, you know.
Andrew from the scooter.
From SR, yeah, to me, he's, you know, done the most that I know of personally for this sport. You know what I mean? I give him all the credit, and anything I've ever done, I'm always chasing him, you know, to make sure that I, you know, kind of make my parts up to his standard. You know, that always inspires me to really make a good quality product because that's what he tries to do, you know?
Yeah, he did start that form like, what, like 7 years ago?
I mean, hey, I mean, you know, you got to give, I mean, like I said, I've only been in it 3-4 years, but I still give him, you know, all the credit, you know? I mean, I'm sure there's guys who've been in it longer or some people might not say that, but me personally, he's you know, he's the man.
Is there anything big coming out that you want to talk about? Maybe like demos, contests you're holding, products, something we should keep an eye out for?
Yeah, we're really looking forward to coming out with a deck, you know, which is, you know, I'm one part away from a complete scooter.
Yeah.
We make a part right now, we make every part, bars, forks, wheels, clamps, we just don't have a deck. As far as events or anything like that, you know, I would like to, you know, like this will be the first year of the Am Jam. You know, and I really would like to hit that market, that target. You know, the riders that are not advanced riders, but you know, kind of like young riders of the sport who are up and coming.
Yeah.
And I'd like to hit that market and have a competition and a big showcase strictly for them
Yes.
every year. You know,
Got the amateur riders are the future of the sport.
that's who my target market is, and that's why I shoot at.
People get old like me.
Yeah, the Twans are already, you know, you guys are already,
Going in and out.
yeah, you guys are.
So
You're set in your ways, old dogs.
So you sell everything basically. Pretty much everybody's stuff is sold here.
Yeah, we don't just sell Scooters on products. You know, I've always said since day one I want to be known as a scooter shop. You know, so if you make a quality part, we'll sell it. You know, everything from some DSA stuff. Of course, we sell the proto gear, proto parts. Phoenix is up and coming. You know, and they come out with some really good stuff. You know, and like I said, if it's good, we'll take it on and bring it in our shop because we want kids to come in here and have a variety. We don't want to force stuff down their throat. Oh, you gotta buy the Scorcher, you gotta buy the Twizzler. You know, we'll have the Eagle wheel, we'll have the Proto wheel. We got the new Phoenix decks, Lucky decks, TSI decks. You know, just a variety.
Yeah, I agree with you very much. And to be honest, I've been everywhere. Of course, I'm in Australia, all around the U.S., and this is the only real out-of-shop scooter store that I've seen that is like actually legit, makes their own products and sells everybody else's.
Yeah.
It's cool. You got a little workstation in the back. You have riders working for you.
For riders, by the riders.
I agree. That's great.
You know, and just giving props to you though, man. I mean, you're blazing trails too right now. I mean,
Trying.
seriously, dude. You know,
Gotta
Australia, Europe.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. You know what I mean? You know, like I've always told you since I very first met you, you have the potential to be a star in this sport, and just keep doing what you're doing, man. Regardless of what anyone says, just do your thing. We know you're a select.
Thanks. Is there anything you'd like to say to the kids out there, or anybody else in the industry?
If I had anything to say, I want to say something to like more of the advanced riders. For you guys to continue to reach back and pay attention to where you're going, and I'd really like to see you guys form some type of I guess I would say coalition, or
some sort of like a group.
Yeah, I'd like to see you guys come together as riders and do something and talk about what you guys expect from the companies and stuff like that, and also set some type of etiquette, where you guys will be, representing the sport as professional riders.
We need to start making that a professional sport.
Exactly. And there's riders out there who can do it. There's some big name riders out there, but I still think you guys need to come together because there's still, the sport's young, a lot of little bickering and stuff like that. And if you ask me what I would like to see, I'd like to see that go away.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that go away and you guys come together. I've hit you with it. I've hit like John Radke with it. I've hit a couple guys with it, and you guys have kind of shunned it so far, But
no, I know what you mean though.
It's there, man. You guys really need to get together and.
It's a new sport. You have to come together to make it grow.
Make it grow, man. And you guys are whether you realize it or not, yeah, the younger kids up and coming, those are guys that are gonna kind of like push the sport into the future. But you guys are leading the sport into the future right now. You guys are right now. And, the sport's image is kind of relying on what you guys do today. So you guys really need to pay attention to that.
So basically, we all need to come together and just help everybody.
Chill, man, and come together and, just chill.
All right, cool. Thanks for inviting us to your shop today. I appreciate that and doing an interview with us.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate you coming down, and it's been good to know you, man, all these years and watch you grow, and all the support and love you've given the zone. It's been awesome, man. It's been awesome.
Trying to help.
Really mean that.
All right, thanks.
All right, bro. Be cool, man.
Wow, tough guy over here,
Man, my crap.
using power tools.